Hello, Russ of Aquarium X Pets here. This is a first Friday feeding featuring water striders in my aquatic insect tank. Now, water striders, unlike the beetles, are true bugs. They have piercing, sucking mouth parts, and they have a hemimetabolous development cycle in which their offspring hatch looking very much like the adults. They're just basically miniature adults without wings. The adults have wings and can fly, and I'm excited that I have 6 adults in here and I have seen mating behavior, so I hope to get these breeding quite soon. I've talked to Peter at Bugs in Cyberspace, and I think I talked to Jesse Shapes in Nature about that too. And basically their offspring will eat dead Drosophila melanogaster fruit flies. They have a hard time eating the live ones, but they'll eat the dead ones, and then as they grow, which doesn't take that long, they'll start taking the live ones. They're quite tiny, so knowing that and the fact that they'll eat springtails are very helpful pieces of information. So, as you probably know, these have some interesting specializations. They have setae or setae on their feet, which allow them to remain upon the surface of the water, kind of skate along, so they're known as water striders, water skaters, water skeeters. They have various names depending on the region and whatnot, different terms for them. But fascinating creatures that are very, very specialized to just kind of skim along and eat insects that fall onto the surface of the water. Here's a giant water scavenger beetle hanging around. This beetle I've had for quite a long time, and it's much, much bigger than the water striders. You can see here's a water strider, approximately 1 inch long or so, and this beetle is much, much bigger. Oh, I scared it away. Like most insects, they do occasionally emerge from the water and spend a little bit of time on dry land. Pretty rare, but they do it, which is why I provide haul-outs like this piece of emergent wood upon which is growing this lovely little Java fern. I also have a piece of floating cork bark in this area of the enclosure to make sure that they have choices when they decide they need to leave the water. So without further ado, let's feed these water striders some Drosophila hydei fruit flies. Can be challenging to catch them eating on film, but I'm going to do my best here and drop some fruit flies right in their range where they can hang out and see how it goes. So there's a flightless hydei fruit fly. The water striders seem very, very sensitive to the vibrations that the small insects on the surface of the water cause, and they'll swim right over and snatch them up. So hopefully that's what we see here soon. Oh, here comes one. It's got the fly in its grasp. They have raptorial forelegs, something like a mantis. Perhaps a little less specialized, but essentially the same function, to go and grab that, and then they pierce it with their beak or proboscis and inject it with a venom that contains enzymes that'll dissolve it and allow them to suck it up like a straw. Let's do another one. Okay, here we go. Ooh, grab that one. If you haven't seen my video on feeding the back swimmers, they're another true bug that is adapted for living in aquatic environments. Not quite the same way that these are. Back swimmers stay in the water column most of the time, and these stay on top of it. Picked up the duckweed by accident when it meant to get the fly. There it goes. It's corrected its error. Now, if you're curious, these can bite humans, and I have been bitten, not by these that I keep now, but as a kid, I put some in an enclosure from which these sadly could easily escape. they did escape, and one of them crawled up my pant leg and bit me. So a memorable bite from a water strider many years ago. Not something I would care to repeat. Not something I would recommend. So make sure you have a tight-fitting lid. Like I mentioned, these can fly, and they can also, they're quite mobile on land. They hop about, not quite as graceful as they do in the water, but they can certainly hop on land as well. So if you do decide to keep them contained. That would be my advice to you. It looks like on some occasions that they'll actually capture one while they're engaged in eating one, they will capture another. So I'm trying to see if we can catch that. You can see a Daphnia swimming along the water column right under that fruit fly. Right between those two fruit flies now there's a couple of Daphnia there. Let's see if it takes this. Oh, that's the Daphnia. It's distracted by Daphnia. Oh, maybe this one's going to grab that fruit fly. That one seems more annoyed by it than anything. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it captured it. There it goes. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this short First Friday feeding. I post videos every Friday with live streams on Wednesdays, all on aquarium and vivarium pets. Please feel free to share, rate, comment, and if you haven't already,
subscribe.
And then tap the bell for all notifications so you don't miss my next video. This one appears to be cleaning its leg as it munches away on a fruit fly. Perhaps I should say sucks away on a fruit fly. Munching sounds like it's chewing, which I definitely don't do.